of that person to thought that within which we have to feel. And it's pulsate in everything. It happens with surgery or dark and the living life. But nothing is very because human being is the instrument in which life is manifested. But once it is manifested, it is not necessary that it will be all the time. There is a possibility, what people here, that light can go on if the wind keeps hand is away, so then it can go out. It can also subside a little bit, it may come out with no figure, may remove a little bit. Human beings are there, they have got into three complications. As soon as they become human beings with three complications. And we see these three complications. One has to know that if you have to get out of it, you have to break certain numbers that fathers can be set with. Which is giving you this also, the big thing. First is that we think that we see in this world after all of this. And it's pulsate in everything. It's been surgery about no doubt that it's a living life. But nothing then because human being is the instrument in which this life is manifested. It is manifested. It is not necessary that it will be only manifested. There is a possibility, most people here, possibility that the life can go on with a wind with away, so then it can go out. It can also decide a little bit, it may come up with no people, it may remove a little bit. Human being was there. They have got into three complications. As soon as they become human beings with three complications. And because see these three complications, one has to know that if you have to set up that, you have to make certain numbers that always going to keep yourself. Which is giving you this falsehood, the big truth. Also that we think that we see in this world, after all of the science and everything is what we see and all those sorts of things are really false. Because unless until you rise into reality, you feel in them. After all, what is God and what is all this stuff again, what is the talk about state. All these problems we can sort of identify with you absolutely. You believe in the first all the time. You are more concerned about the third food than about the truth. You are concerned about the truth when you are born with a seeker smile. When you try to see, when you try to think of something that is beyond, you try to understand that there must be something beyond and something must be. But you see, you are bound by these three complications in life by which by these three complications, we accept the world as it is. Because we do not know the reality. The problem is we do not know the reality. Till we come inside reality, we really do not know what is reality. What is the basic substance of it? How do we live? What is the subtle being? How do we live? And what is a What have we fulfilled? All these questions are in our mind. Then we start seeking here and go down there and there and try to slow down. We talk to people, we go scientifically, we go to philosophical, and try to find out about what most people uh, yeah, why are we born towards this? Why, why do we get such dissatisfied? Why do we all the time think after sometimes? Yes, and we don't think so big in ourselves. And why don't we not understand the meaning of our own being? Why do we do them like this? What these questions come to us? These questions come to us, and we speak to them. And actually, our priorities before we get into it are so for us because we don't know it. So, yes, it's your fault. Except this is not the reality, and then actually, for example, somebody who does the training itself, like, then to go in time, then to get some money, then to get to a house, then to have some children is important. All these things become very much more important than they should be. And while the main thing that is to sit with yourself. So I want me to think and what to say. All that these things is set to sit. And what is the reason why all of them have this? So, TV work and TV it's a situation because of these three complicated questions. But if, as it is described, that your spirit is absolutely very it is not contaminated by anything. It is absolutely complete by itself. It is joy, it is bliss. It is neither. Why are we in such a way that we have something very important for us in our life, very, very special for us? We think that this was I must pass it. Then if that's the powerful thing, then what is the complication? What are the complications? And how do we get rid of these things? Through your evolution from the amoeba stage, even from the absolutely, from the germ, from the absolutely, from the material stage to this stage. It is a huge, quite a lot of responsibility. The detachment has come in a way that you understand that you are not there. So you are that was actually everybody knows that. There are so many things you are not inside it, but that's it to know that you are not there. It was materialism and by changing my and his forms and all that. Then you realize one more thing, that nature doesn't give us, I mean, many people realize it. Nature is not the end of our life. It is not going to be this. But in this form, when you evolve even more, then you go into the art and the beauty of the matter. Then you start seeing in a little deeper than what nature means to you. And you start thinking about it. The forms, combinations, and harmony. So the subjects about matter develop to a point through your rationality and understanding that you realize that this is art also has its finite nature. I mean, how far can you go with it? And even if you have art and you become an artist and you are aesthetically rich, there are people who can be called as masters of art and those who are very aesthetically evolved people. If you went through the lives of the realize what kind of artist art is. I mean, they're going to see the art, beautiful things, and the things those inside they are very materialistic. They can be dreamy, or they can be absolutely obnoxiously boring. So what is it? These artists, you see, those who are people are supposed to be something which is thriving, so boring to themselves and nothing goes inside. Apart from that, they are so oppressive and so much of that. And we really, if you think of them, we very, very, that our people are meticulous and they could be absolutely mathematical about things. It's not understanding that they are not that abstract as they produce. They give some ideas, but they not. So when you start thinking, how is it that this matter, which has gone to this subtle state, which is called as art and artists, why is it that this matter has not anything in it offer us of that eternal value or of that nature which is promised to us through our scriptures? So some people do at this point, definitely step over, I would say, or they just fill up for the pot. In the sense that they think, oh, there is nothing that extremes. It's all nice, it's all wrong. There may not be anything. See, it's all told to us. There may not be any truth about it, that there is all convenient for all and business God, and you can become one with God. So after all, you can see that there is so much of poverty in this world, so much of pain in this world. People are so unhappy. How can there be a God who can tolerate all this? I get letters of that kind many a times. See, like how people are so unhappy and they are this and that. And then, how can you talk of God? So this is the one complication we have. And this is the complication comes in because the Atma, the spirit, is enveloped by our attention into the matter. Because the matter has risen. Our attention has come from matter. And it has really come to a point where there is a note by which we cannot see the spirit, but we see the matter. This is, I mean, I think there's a big controversy about this. I would not like to confuse it, but we can say like that. This knot is a knot, which is a knot between the head and the matter, which is called as Prakriti in the Sanskrit. This knot, which is a thread. We think this jug is mine. We think this chair is mine. You see, even if somebody offers you, say, come along, sit here, and the another person is saying, oh, he's given a chair file. Complications human beings have. It's very delicate there. There's very few advice I will find it takes. Like supposing, if you go more and more, you see in the politics, the time was everything said that is sitting on it. The things that somebody won't occupy that. All kinds of funny things start in his mind and all kinds of complications start in things that he dislodged from that fear by which he certainly starts working out his own plans and things. I mean, the families are so much in, then you start sort of what you call canvassing for him and everybody going for an election and everybody trying to win. Well, what is on at this stage to go to achieve that position by which he can become the prime minister? Another one doesn't come down, I work in down and he can breathe. But what is he putting on the chair is another. You see, one leg is adorned by another leg. Rooster has found as so many things are concerned, which are called as foot, because you don't know the foot. Now, suppose you make somebody as a high priest. Now, he is a high priest on a chair. To me, I see one meditation on another. Is that so? Because the chair doesn't understand. The one who's put on the chair doesn't understand. Right? Because it's having got the awareness to see what is the foot. What is the basic it's really true. But people are very serious. Very serious. All kinds of things for this seriousness. It's so serious. But if you have listen, but I used to see that. You start to see this. And that's all really fun. It's silly. We have to accept it because we are just identified. So this one, Ranti, or you can call it this knot, or Jada, what you call as just. Now, for this yogi, it is essential to see how far is identified with this chart. Is it to see how far is he identified with this what you call the attachment or the covering of this. All that is subconscious is all what you call conditioning is everything is there. Whether it is your big matter or it's just the same. And the more you hover on, see, there are silly people I've known. I mean, they have come to me in the thing. You see, supposing a wife has died, say about 4 to 5 years ago, all right? So he is here weeping and crying, writing poetry about it. She might have been reborn as a child somewhere or something like that. He can't marry her. There's nothing. He's writing poetry about her, crying and weeping. And he expects everybody to read. There are people who they sit down and they just weep about it. They just play records and things, melancholy things, and just listing all their precious tears. And so that is finished now. There's no need to weep about it, but they'll go on like that and they enjoy such a thing very much and they appreciate it for it. So sometimes people listen their energy in a way, it is written down the whole melancholy of the day. The 360 years and do not return in your memory. Whatever was passing actually should become nothing in your mind when you is reality. In a Sahaju is of no love. That's right. Because whatever he had was in a dead place. He was not sensitive to all pervading power at all. He was just dealing with the dead stars. And that's the surprise when many people told me that mother after becoming a surgery, now we can't get any more melancholy to it. I said, oh, what is Alice now saying? For me, please enough. All of them coming with very melancholy faces to me. I'm saying that mother, this poet has already there are bombardments from people who read all kinds of books that why such a person should write like that, and why is it like that? So why such a person like Lord Byron? I didn't even see his faces when we passed through. I see he's really melancholy after some time. And even this himself, what will he find about? I mean, if you see that, did he make he made everyone happy and was crying all the time and still making everybody unhappy. So this person is there. All this is dead and takes you to us. So death and dead things can never give you. It gives you. They give you a habit. And these habits come to you like saying, brother, you habituated to sit on a chair, you cannot sit on a chair. The surgery, you must learn to sit on the ground. The moment you start that, you must sit on it. What? What I'm saying, the habit the chair has given should be operated. But for people, don't waste your energy for heaven's sake. Because if you say that, then you should try wasting your energy in getting rid of the habits that way. On the contrary, if you put your attention towards yourself, to what you have achieved, you are, then you will find your habits to drop out. You have to do that. We have had alcohol experience here. People are alcohol. So could not give up at home. And they have given up. They were taking drugs, they have given up without it. Cigarettes that way. Some also higher vices and bigger vices also people have given up. And some vices people cannot mention, people have given up. So this happens when your attention goes to yourself. And this is a very big detachment that comes to you through your ascent into a world where you feel the all perfect. This automatically your detachment grows. Means your attention has faith definitely that oneness with real. Otherwise, why are you getting? And continuously it happens, suddenly you visit your trauma. Don't you feel my focus? I mean, it's a good life message to me. Because when they are, whenever they say something, it is about something because they have a different level. And others just don't understand what they're talking about. And they find it very difficult to understand. Easy to think whatever they talk. The others say, what are you saying about? They don't follow. So the attention when interesting to that, you will have it. But for that, it is essential that your attention should be on the spirit. Now, what is the beauty of the spirit? Is for a Sahaja, what does it get out of the spirit? What is the manifestation of the spirit? Is that his attention is absolutely one with him, but one with the spirit. Then there is a manifestation of a Now, these vibrations are there from the very beginning of the matter, up to the vibrations, where you come to a human level. So you can call them these are electromagnetic vibrations. But when they go on improving, you see, in the beginning they just look like electromagnetic. Then like there is emotions in it. So then you go a little ahead, then you find that these are vibrations also. These vibrations also feel. They also go. So see, you find that we take growth of human being as a human being from matter. These vibrations are also manifested into different activities. So because these vibrations are only electromagnetic, you can say in the matter, say you have sulfur dioxide as a molecule, you can sulfur and dioxide both are vibrating all the time. When it goes on manifesting more and more, then it will be the manifestation of higher things and we perceive through our understanding of surgery. But in our person, it is only electromagnetic. Now, suppose the matter, we can say just a matter, say a dead man. Now, I can tell that it has got vibrations again. It has not aware. It doesn't even think about it. It has no awareness. It's just. So there are electromagnetic vibrations, which do not it's such a big matter. If you get that you are you think about it, right? But somebody is concealing that there are electromagnetic vibrations in the same way every human being has got these vibrations within in the spirit, but only manifested when you get sensation. So the same thing. Same vibrations start expressing higher and higher quantities. Like from one seed, a tree grows and the flowers come out, fragrance like that. The growth is more and more. But the basic electromagnetic vibrations that you can feel it everywhere in the matter which you're taking as a human being can see. Now see, you are only when you recognize that animals don't know that electromagnetic vibrations that human beings. Everyone knows that there are not only electromagnetic, but there are all kinds of manifestation of these vibrations. So electromagnetic are important to point, and then other vibrations are even much more important. So all these vibrations will come combined together absolutely completely into which they manifest gradually and they act according to the need of the time. So much so that in these vibrations there is somebody who thinks vibrations who think. The vibrations who body. Okay. Report things. All that you think is in human awareness that you are doing is like telecommunication of what telecommunication, sitting down here, you can say show some things that are happening in India or something like that. Because these vibrations can be more. The complete telecommunication is you can show people sitting down, you can raise their full electricity. You can work out on people sitting down. All these partial things are possible. Those who have been surgeries have realized it and seen it and worked it out. And it's possible. Now we have a lady here sitting down, say her husband drinks a lot, everybody knows the story very well. And we just sent some vibrations and stopped his drink. And just to notice that through vibrations because that I use something which is very simple, is a laugh. It's usually laugh, and you put some vibrations into that, you put them near the head of the patient, and this we make a picture of the person, and the person gives it to you. You have seen one boy who used to come here, a little boy, who would go places and would not sit down for even for a minute. He was possessed, he was horror. And now he's a sensitive boy, he started to he never used to enter even a book, he started to think. So all these things with the line, I said, how is it for a line is such a thing? For a very up-to-date person, it is funny to see that lines used for vibrations. These are actually ultra-modern things, ultra-modern. I'm not thinking of only modern, but also modern things are lives are the very ultra-modern things. because you vibrate the ultra modern lines by your vibrations and you put them under the pillow. Now these lines have a this has been found out by many speciality to suck in the vibrations and contain energies. Also, not only electromagnetic, but quite a lot of vibrations can be in it because they're living coefficients. They have a kind of a coefficients by which they sucking these vibrations in them. And then they throw these vibrations whenever it is necessary. It's not a line, but the vibrations who are contained in them fabric. How you tell you? You can think of a battery being created. You create a battery, another battery doesn't do anything. But if you take the battery near some point, it starts working because it is inside. In the sense, we really make it into a battery. When they are near the heads of the people, these lines, see, they are doing nothing, but these vibrations come out and they start working. It's a perfect thing. They do it, they know, they're perfect. You don't have to tell them. They understand much more than you do. They are controlled much better. And they know how to find the ways to extract the negativity. Which sounds very funny to other people. So that's why I tell all the surgeons, don't give out all the secrets. Let them come in slowly, let them settle down, and then get vibrations, and then you start. Because I think if you try, not only talk, but if you they see that I'm handling some light, something coming, thinking that it's all focus. They don't want to do it. Because you in some sort of a funny thing, supposing I have a big circus and all those things that the people do, I don't know what all they do, but some sort of a funny thing. You see, for example, if I make you all jump on your heads and shout loudly and make some nuisance out of it, there will be problems coming to the people. I cannot show you. But you see, if you are really knowing about reality and if you are really like this, people won't come. And that's why many people go to that. Why? Because see, the complication is taken to work. See? So to please them, you have to use the complication. And those who do not want people to know reality, or themselves do not know reality. Those people are just want to make use of all this. They use this problem. So they try on human beings. And that's how they try. They decide this, and that's how they manage. Thousands of people gain money and giving them honor and all these things which are useless. For a person who has one, for him money for the first place. I mean, you understand the joke of money and you understand the joke of everything. But those who want to use this complication, this one is different. I will use the name that was used by Acharya because you see, everybody is not a realized soul and of a great authority, but you have some people as authority. So Shankaracharya is called as Brahma Granthi, he calls it Brahma. He is a present from home. That is the vibrating force because it's a vibration, that's why he calls it as a Brahma Granthi. Now the second one is the one by which we think that we can do. Now this one is the super ego one, the first one I told you about. Is the super ego, this one is the knot. Do you have a knot? I'll give you an example of a balloon, say for example a balloon. Now balloon has lots of air in it. But if it all pass out, it won't be there. If there is no knot, you see. But if there is a knot, you can hold the balloon. And this is the balloon we have in our head, which we call a super ego, which you can see right here. Thank you for this one. No? Real one is this one. It's the super ego. By which you get possessed and you get all mad and you do all kinds of things. This is the problem. This knot, this knot, it is first start to be one of yes. It can't. It not start from there. See, imagine it starts from it is made of the key, that's why it's made of the earth element. So from the very beginning, from the earth element itself, the knot. There is a knot. So when we make a knot, always there is an unwinding. Always. You can't wind a staircase, you always can go down. This is the staircase by which we cannot go down, but only come up. It's a way, it's all made a knot. There must be a way of going out of the knot. So the going out of the knot is worked out. That also is two weapons. But the this knot has to be released. Once this knot is released, then only the finger is released. This is the first knot. It's much more. So this first knot is very strong among them. It's not so strong. In a way, you have done one thing. This one is not so. These those were seekers here. They're not so materialist. In the sense, at least in your nationality, you are. But I would say that you are not so much worried about it. So just in this. You have to worry about the food and all the person that you're going to, not so much worried. Then there is also another problem that comes up with all this study. It is very simple, very simple. Because you see, there is one thing is the whole thing. It won't happen even in 10 nobody will come because there's so much not that. If you so much used to a kind of calamity all the time falling on them. All right, if you can't get there, you make some. All right. So like that, they are not so much disturbed as you people are. If you become oversensitive, even to your materialism, your way says. And your materialism starts becoming so fun that it becomes it's a fancy materialism. I mean, even what people are wearing and how they are dressed. Also, something you are wearing a suit. And they said it's not good because it's a very suity fellow. It's in the suit. And if you are not wearing a suit, then it is very casual. So everything has a name, something like that. And everything is started in the shirt, some that, so on. I mean, who got time to think about who is wearing what, with a suit or a booty or whatever it is? These things make you kind of kind of person. That a person is, his house is like this, then he must be like this. See, here the knot is so subtle in the sense that if it gives you this sense, that by judging it, then by that, you judge a person, or judge a person by his appearance. Say, suppose I made a horn. You are trying to do something. Some January for you, so I say some taking out some sort of thing or something like this. It will make you think that this is fun. Or even higher than that, if I say that, all right, you can have a sex habit for that, and I'm 10 women around you, doesn't matter. I'm telling for if you see somebody like that, you can follow them. You can. I mean, it is big. It is such a big point. It is absolutely nothing but it probably sound fantastic. It's so materialism. A person like that, you just say that is a sage, and if you say that by sex, you will go to God. You never think you can jump on him because you see, we are so much in down with sex, and if you go and we are. All these things happen in a society. We are supposed to do. That's the environment. So this materialism works out, and this country, what I call the Brahman country, is the involvement, or you can say, the falsehood of matter. The falsehood of matter works through this, and one goes on believing it and believing it. So the simple thing starts with it, that people say, let us give up this falsehood. And they start all kinds of another artificial. After all, materialism gives you artificiality in the sense that when your attention is involved into things which are not real, which is not reality, then that is an artificial stuff. Everything becomes artificial. And when the artificiality becomes too much, then what is artificially you try to limit it. This is the second side. Second side of it, artificial you think we should give it up. For example, you will say, all right, from today, I'm going to address like ethics. We have some people who say that we cannot work with justice of primitive. That's it. We want to become primitive. Now you become primitive. Just one of this, I do like this. It's you dress up as anything, but you don't think by dressing up anything you are going to become. It is not important. What if they you may dress up? What if the things you may dress up? Whatever you may do, no bearing on in your inner yoga. Inner yoga works out by itself. It works out through chakras. It goes inside. It's a separate thing which is a detached thing from how you dress, how you walk, how you talk. It's not. Once this yoga works out, then of course the things change out because your face glow and you become magnetic. You talk in a way which is authoritative. You start flooring people. You start doing many things which shows that you are a different person. That's a very different thing one can do. But normally by doing it outside, artificially doing something. See, this is another kind of filter color. I do start by identifying yourself by thinking that if you do something, you are going to achieve by sort of doing some sort of a effort or by doing some sort of a penance or sort of standing on your legs or so called yoga and all these things that people do in the name of God. All these things you think you are going to achieve is another cause. Because with this person, that not become stronger. What you call is the rajo. Is the rajo. Is the right side action. The left side action is now described to you. Ishta Ashwini Muladhara. And the right side action, which is the rajo guna, which is the activity within us by which we do something. We want to do something which is done through our ahankara, is through our ego, which is correct. All this also doesn't mean anyway. What if you do, you do not do any given thing? You do all that. So you have made this step. What have you done? You have just seen into a extra and then made it. What's it? Today, you have created all this knowledge that is all that any living work human beings have done. If you reduce it as a living process, you are living. You have to do something living. On the contrary, if you are doing something that you believe in that you are doing something living. It's first. If you realize that you are doing nothing, that is or that's something that will happen. We should be endowed with that power by which we do living.